Susanna actually has put up Justice Thomas's comment here, and this is what he wrote. And this is, again, just a week or two ago. Obergefell is the name of the case. I think it was Obergefell versus Hodges or something like that. Enables courts and governments to brand religious adherents who believe that marriage is between one man and one woman as bigots, making their religious liberty concerns that much easier to dismiss.
Yeah, this is classic case of my freedom, my religious rights gets to violate your rights. Like, and this is coming this is coming from the highest court in the most powerful country in the world, right? I mean, it doesn't get worse than this. The secular country, the highest court, the most powerful nation on earth, and this is the most, the greatest. Basically, this is the closest thing that we get to. Judicial authority, right? Like the highest level of judicial authority and the goddamn planet. And what they're arguing, what these people are arguing, is that legalizing gay marriage means we need to worry about Christians being called bigots. That's what we need to protect if we legalize this stuff, right? If we legalize, so if we give the freedom for gay men and women to marry each other, that freedom, we're concerned about giving them that freedom because some Christians are going to be labeled as bigots if they express their views. This is the best, this is what we're getting here. That's basically the argument here. Yeah, that's insane. That's insane.
It is. It's absolutely insane. And so one of the things with religion is the privilege that when we talk about religious persecution, that if you look historically, like there is a persecution of religious minorities, and you got to remember, like this is one of these, it came out of these Enlightenment values, right? The U.S. Constitution, Thomas Jefferson was part of the whole Enlightenment thinker crew. And the Enlightenment was given way to by, like many, many years of religious conflict, right? Going from the Dark Ages through the Reformation into the Enlightenment. So that played a big part in it. But if you look at especially the discrimination against gay people, right? When you have a word like the discriminatory word for gay people, which, can I spell it out? FAGG.
Yes,
right? So that word, what that word actually means, and I know this, like as a pathologist, I know that when you look in leukemia, there are these cells in a certain kind of leukemia called FAGGOT cells. Okay, they're called that. That's the medical term for them. Why? Because they have these bundles of rods inside the cells when you look at them under the microscope. These bundles of rods, a bundle of sticks is what the literal meaning of that word is. Okay, and what were those sticks used for? They were used to throw into fires. They used to throw those sticks into fires, right, to keep the fire going. These bundles of sticks. That's what FAGGOT means. So the reason gay people started calling them that is because they used to throw gay people into the fires.
What? Are you serious?
They used to burn them alive.
Is that I know. I mean, is that the reason?
That's the reason. Yes. That's the reason that they're called that. Look at it. You Google FAGGOT cells, and you're gonna see what they look like. It basically means a bundle of sticks. So these words came, and that was done by Christians. It was done by Christians. So these words actually, these Christians were oppressing them. And now what happens is that every Christian that you talk to, evangelical Christians in the U.S., Catholics, they always talk about how the LGBTQ community is discriminating against them. Okay, by saying that them being able to get married is a violation of their religious freedom. They were throwing them into fires and burning them alive for centuries, right? So
somebody might say you're doing whataboutism though right now.
It's not whataboutism. It's a reversal. This is about the oppressed becoming the oppressor. It's a very simple concept.
But it's not the same people. You're doing collectivism.
I'm giving an example. But I don't think so.
Just letting you know.
I know what people are going to say. People say all kinds of things. So there's that's a really important thing. The other thing is, and Martin pointed this out with Scientology. Like, what's really interesting about Scientology is this guy L. Ron Hubbard was practicing a form of medicine right? What he was doing was he was practicing Dianetics, and he was treating people with all this weird thing with theta levels and stuff like that. And they came to him. They're like, "This is bullshit. Like, you know what you're doing? Oh, sorry. Can I say? Okay, whatever. This is BS. You know what you're doing is you're taking this is not licensed. You're not allowed to do this. It's not a legitimate practice of medicine." So you know what he did? Turned it into a religion. He said, "Well, actually, let's change it from Dianetics, call it Scientology. Now it's a religion. This is a belief system." And not only did it become a religion, and it got religious freedom to do exactly this, but on top of that, you know, they got tax exempt status.